Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. Got my boy Ray, got my boy Slime in the building. We are temporarily off of the live. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, this is the format that we're going to be using. And we're going to be speaking about all of the fights that have gone on today, man. There was a lot of good fights. We got a little bit of everything, man. We had some exciting fights, you know what I mean? Some surprises. We had upsets. We had a little bit of everything, but I'm going to actually live it up to the panel right now. I see Agent 86 in the background, man. Shout out to the boy Agent 86. I've seen Ralph was back there, too. He says he can't hear me. Y'all can hear me, though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, but Agent 86 talking about he can't hear me. You might have to leave and come back, brother. But, yeah. So I'm going to actually leave it up to y'all. What y'all want to talk about first? Y'all want to talk about Shakur Teo? Y'all want to talk about the Keyshawn, Jamaine? Y'all want to talk about Xander Barao?
Yeah, we could be professional. We could be professional. Let's do Bakhram and Kelly first. You know what I'm saying? We start from we can start.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All right, bet. Let's definitely do that. So let's talk about Bakhram Murtazaliev. We can talk about the first fight that we saw today. Unfortunately, I had missed 2 of the rounds because I was under the impression that it was going to start close to the 4:30, but that wasn't the case at all. So, by the time I started watching, it was round 3. And from what I had seen, Josh Kelly was doing what he usually does, man, just being his flashy self, but he was definitely incorporating a lot of movement. He was countering Bakhram effectively, and Bakhram was looking for that big shot, I seen him play some good body shots and things of that nature, but for the most part, it was really him just trying to keep up with Josh Kelly, trying to cut the ring off however he could, and then try to load up on some big punches. But I seen Josh Kelly, timing them really well, getting some good combinations off. He had Bakhram reaching for punches. It was just a great display of boxing. Now, I did think that Josh Kelly was starting to get fatigued in some rounds, and I think that's why he started sitting in the pocket just a little bit more, hence why he got knocked down by that left hook. But, he was able to turn it around. He was able to recover, smart veteran move with, clinching, Bakhram and, using his legs to, recover. And he was able to do so. So I commend him for that. You see what I mean? And, Josh Kelly, I thought rightfully so that he had won. Like I said, I didn't get to see the first 2 rounds, but from what I heard, you know what I mean? You could have gave them a round apiece. I don't know. I'm going to have to go check it out. But if y'all saw the 12 rounds, what was it that y'all saw? And do you feel like Josh Kelly deserved to win?
I'm gonna keep it gangster, man. Listen, Josh Kelly from the gate, from round 1, I ain't gonna lie, my son, I thought he footwork was nice, punches was cleaner, and Bakhram looked rusty. He looked like he ain't fighting 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, Kelly kind of doing his thing. He's styling on him, but then Kelly kicked it up a notch, started piecing him up, moving around, frustrating Bakhram, then dropped him. I thought Kelly did his thing, man. I thought he deserved it. He gave him back a knockdown, though, and that's what made me think, okay, the fight could go either way. You know what I'm saying? But hometown favorite. You know how that goes sometimes. I thought it was rightfully so, though. He deserved to win. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Nah,
yeah, they definitely exchanged knockdowns. You feel what I'm saying? So we saw a little bit of everything. We see some good boxing. You know what I mean? Boxer versus pressure fighter. They exchanged knockdown. It was a competitive jump, man. Like Bakhram, maybe he may have suffered from some ring rust. You see what I mean? But for the most part, man, Josh Kelly just had a great game plan, and he was able to get the upset. So this definitely been the month for like the UK brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. UK fighters been hungry, yo. Slime, what you think?
I think like Josh Kelly fought very, very well in the very beginning, using his movement, using his jab. You feel me? And to me, he looked like the stronger fighter throughout the entire fight. I wouldn't say not really the entire fight. Let me take that back. I'll say from like round 1 through round 7, he looked like the stronger, faster fighter, in my opinion. That knockdown really did slow him down, but other than that, he did really amazing work.
And he had his hands up. That was like one of very few moments where he had his hands up. It's just the hook just got slightly above the guard and cracked him on the temple. And he wasn't able to maintain his balance. But like I said, hats off to Josh Kelly. He was able to weather that storm. So yeah,
Yeah,
man, Josh Kelly.
and I'm gonna keep it real though, man. I'm not even trying to even be biased, you know. I think both of them niggas is food for that young boy
Now I
from
was just
Philly.
about to transition with that.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
I was rooting for Josh Kelly, not necessarily because I dislike Bakhram or anything like that. I don't have anything against Bakhram. But Eddie Hearn did, state recently that if Josh Kelly were to win, then he pretty much signed off on some terms that included having to fight Boots next if he were to win.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm a huge Boots fan. I know, I know this guy. You know what I'm saying? I watched him come up from the very beginning. So, of course, I want to see him do well. Of course, I want to see him in big title fights. And, I feel like they've been doing whatever they can to shun him from opportunities. So, being that Josh Kelly is the new champion at 154 pounds, Boots will most likely have to go to the UK for that fight. But, He gonna have to do what he gotta do.
Though,
I don't think the sudden will necessarily change the outcome. So
yeah, I think that's perfect though. I think these niggas should be going to the UK because niggas like Floyd did it. That's another fan base you want to tap into. You want to be internationally known. UK always
Floyd
come
went to
out and
the
they
UK?
support. Huh?
You said Floyd went to the UK?
Yeah, ain't he fight Ricky Hatton in the UK?
No, they
No,
fought
he
in
fought him in New
Vegas.
York.
Oh,
I thought it was in New York.
No, it sounded like the UK in that motherfucker.
Yeah, it did.
But I was in Vegas.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that nigga would
You would have thought though how many people Ricky Hatton brought out there.
Yeah, that shit was like a home team.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Ricky Hatton, bro. He had thousands of UK motherfuckers that flew out to Vegas to support him. That's superstar shit. Ain't nobody in the UK doing that right now.
Yeah, hell no. But I'm gonna keep it gangster though. I still think that's a good idea though to go to the UK. I mean, listen, this shit gonna sell. That shit gonna sell out. Them niggas do show support, and
Facts.
I think Boots going over there and winning, probably knocking out Josh Kelly. That would be a staple. I don't know if he'll get the KO though. I was thinking that too. I'm like, yo, Josh Kelly be on that bike.
Yeah, but I think that Boots will have an easier time putting combinations together that'll slow down Josh Kelly. You know what I'm saying? I think Josh Kelly got a lot of flaws from a fundamental standpoint. I think he's very reliant on his reflexes, and you can say that about Boots too. But one thing about Boots is that he's sharper offensively than a Josh Kelly. And not only that, when he throws these punches and combinations, he's also very heavy-handed, and he has great punch placement. So there's going to be a situation where, and he's very twitchy in terms of reaction timing and stuff like that. So, Josh Kelly could throw some shit and Boots might run him into something. So I just think all around the board, I think Boots is just a lot better than Josh Kelly. But look, man, we overlooked Josh Kelly today.
Yeah, we did. I didn't know who he was. I'm going to be honest.
Well, I knew him because there was a lot of attention around him at 147. He was kind of getting like the same clout Ben Whitaker was getting because he was flashy, he was elusive and all of that. And it was like, yo, this motherfucker's sharp. But then he fought the bull that Boots had beat at the Wells Fargo, David Evanesian, and he got stopped at 147. So that he moved up to 154. He racked up a good amount of wins, got ranked in, the IBF. And he ended up taking this opportunity, and now he's champion. So you got to applaud Josh Kelly. He came back from a loss, moved up in weight, started back from square one, and the man a world champion now. So he did what he needed to do, and he fought somebody that a lot of people didn't really want to fight.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like Virgil Ortiz publicly discussed not wanting to fight Bakhram because of that rehydration clause. Erickson Lubin was lined up to face Bakhram, and he turned down Bakhram to go fight Virgil. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's why Bakhram pretty much been on the shelf for 2 years since the biggest win of his career against Tim Tszyu. These motherfuckers ain't want to fight him.
Right.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though: does Boots get the credit for beating Josh Kelly?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he should. He's the champion.
Saying not from like real niggas like us, I'm saying like from the you see how everybody they like to criticize Boots for no matter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying, Reed. But at the end of the day, it's like, what could they say that actually makes sense in this situation, right? Because y'all was hyping up Bakhram Murtazaliev. Not to say that he was trash, but I clearly remember everybody saying that he the boogeyman and Boots don't want to fight him and all. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, but look, this how it gets like a little. contradiction, like that word. You know what I mean?
Contradictory.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
When Matias lost to Pero and then
Okay.
Hitchens beat Pero, niggas don't really give Hitchens the credit for beating the nigga that beat the boogeyman.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I mean, if you're talking about me, what I said was Richardson Hitchens didn't want to fight Subriel. That was my main problem. Now, and Hitchens had blamed it on the IBF rehydration clause, just like Virgil did with Bakhram, right? Okay, cool. So based off of that, you know, if Hitchens was telling the truth in that situation, it didn't matter who had that belt. He just wasn't going to fight for it. But when Leon Paro beat Matias, all of a sudden Hitchens is interested in fighting for the IBF, when previously when Matias had it, he showed no interest whatsoever. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was my problem. Leon Paro could fight. That motherfucker could rumble. I don't think you could beat Subriel and not be able to fight. That's just me. See what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
I'm recording a video. So there's that. Like that's the problem that I had with Hitchens. But with this situation with Josh Kelly beat the man that everybody claimed was the boogeyman of 154 pounds. So if Boots goes ahead and he washes Josh Kelly, especially if it's in the UK, you gotta give Boots credit, whether you like him or not. And if you don't, you're not the type of person I'm gonna even listen to anyway. Because you know what I'm saying? Like you a dick eater. You feel me? Like it's simple. Like the man goes over to somebody else's hometown. I mean, home country. Fuck hometown.
Yeah, home country.
Goes in there and he
might be around like 50,000, 60,000.
We don't know what'll happen because it's boxing. You know what I mean? You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't underestimate nobody, obviously. But let's say hypothetically speaking, he goes to the UK and he washes Josh Kelly. He beat Josh Kelly at the highest point of his career. Coming off of the biggest win of his career, him being a world champion. There's no other point in Josh Kelly's career that he was as high as he is now in terms of his stock. So you have to give Boots his credit. If you don't, it's like, are we just not gonna give people credit for beating champions anymore? Because as far as I'm concerned, Josh Kelly is the newest champion at 154. Well, technically not, because Xander Zayas won another title right after him. But regardless, he's one of the new champions at 154. Now, we'll see what happens. I'm hearing Boots saying that he still got his finger crossed, optimistic about within the next few days locking in a fight with Virgil Ortiz. I think he's being very optimistic. Me personally, I just don't see that shit happening. I don't think that shit gonna happen. But we'll see. You know what I mean? And if anything happens within the next few days, we back on here and we're gonna discuss. But now we could transition over to let's talk about Xander Zayas versus Xander. Now, you didn't see the fight, right, Ree?
Yeah, I ain't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess I'll just talk about it then. So I was really looking forward to this fight. I was actually watching Bruce Carrington. We're going to talk about that. Shout out to Shoe.
Shoe York City.
We going to bring Shoe back on the live, man. He promised me that after the fight, he'll do an interview with your boy.
Shout out my son Shoe, man. That's big from New York.
So,
legendary.
I forgot where the fuck I was going with this. Xander, right? So Xander versus Abbas Barao. I was actually watching his fight and Bruce Carrington's fight at the same time. So I was paying real close attention to, Xander Zayas versus Barao. And that man Barao came out the blue notes from Meek Mill, bro. I was like, that shit was cold.
Oh, he in tune.
That shit was cold. I was like,
where that nigga from? Wait, he from America?
No, he ain't from America. He tapped in though, obviously. I don't even
know about that shit.
I don't know. He came out with that bitch on though. He played that shit in Puerto Rico. Confident than a motherfucker walking into the ring. You know what I mean? Xander Zayas had Daddy Yankee in the crowd, Tito Trinidad. Man, he brought the motherfucking stars out in Puerto Rico. Bro. That shit was packed. That shit was packed, bro. That shit looked like it was sold out. I heard who came out the blue notes? Justin Jackson asked who came out the blue notes. Barao. Abbas Barao. Then Xander Zayas came out to that Tengo Calderón song. What's it called? Like Slime, it's called Apayalde or something like that.
Apayalde.
Yeah, he came out to that song. My fault. My shit not on point. But he came out to that song. Shit was every time I hear that song, that's fire. You feel me? So they both came out to some good Johns. And it was a good fight, man. I knew what Xander needed to do in order to beat Barao. It really had to incorporate some type of, hitting and moving. And Xander Zayas did a pretty good job of being first to the punch. You know what I mean? Getting his combinations off. And whenever Barao was attempting to close the gap, he either kept the jab in his face or he just kept turning. Now, Barao was laying up some little sneaky right hands on Xander Zayas, but for the most part, Xander Zayas dominated that fight. You know what I'm saying? Abbas Barao, you got to give credit to Xander, man. His angles was on point. His combination puncher was on point. Hand speed, the fluidity. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have hand speed, but then your punches be delayed. Like you be boom, boom, boom. No, Xander shit was just flowing. He was giving you head movement. He rolling underneath shots. You know what I mean? He was working on the inside. You see what I'm saying? He giving you side-to-side movement, neutralizing the Bass's pressure and stuff like that, man. Like, he put on a masterclass of boxing. He probably had the best well-rounded performance today out of everybody that fought today, outside of Shakur Stevenson. And we're gonna talk about that as well. But Xander Zayas put on a boxing clinic. I think there was some rounds that, Barao probably snuck in, to be honest with you. But for the most part, I had Xander Zayas clearly winning the fight.
Was there any knockdowns?
No, there wasn't any knockdowns, but it did look like Barao had gotten hurt at one point during the fight. I think it was the 7th round, and Xander attempted to, get him up out of there, but Barao was just too tough, man. That boy was sturdy. That boy was sturdy as fuck, bro. Strong than a motherfucker. Abbas Barao was making adjustments because I think he started to realize that, he kept getting turned, punched on and then turned by Xander. So he started like literally moving his feet with his punches and stuff like that. He tried his best, man. He was game the whole time, but Xander just had all the tools to beat him. He put on a boxing clinic, man. It was a beautiful performance. And, bro, I mean, Xander just became the man of the division, in my opinion, at 154 pounds. If we're really assessing who the man is in the division, it's not necessarily based off of who you feel is better. It isn't necessarily based upon like who you think is the best. What it really comes down to, who is the fucking champion. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion, that's how I view it. Like if you have, if everybody got one belt in the division and you over here walking around with two, who you think gonna stand out more? That's how I assess the situation. So do I think Xander Zayas can be beat? Yes, I do believe that he could be beat. I think anybody could be beat. But as of right now, man, you're talking about in 2 fights, he became a unified champion of the division. You got to put respect on his name. And he's 23 years old. So much credit to him. He put on a great display of boxing. The power was there. The timing was there. The counter punching. It wasn't much that Xander didn't show in that ring today. Heart. And then in the last round, bro, Xander just was like, fuck it, and just started banging with him the whole 3 minutes of the last round, bro. He had Puerto Rico going crazy, bro. Puerto Rico was going crazy. If y'all ever get the opportunity to watch that fight, bro, go check that shit out, please, bro. That shit was very entertaining. Like I said, Barao was game the whole time, but Xander was just he was just shitty sharp, bro. So
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out tomorrow.
If you get the opportunity, y'all go ahead and check that fight out, man. If y'all really want to see a good fight, that was a great. It was like a clear winner, but it was competitive at the same time, and they actually had it a split decision, which was absolutely baffling to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. One of the judges had Abbas Barao up like 116, what was that, like 116, 112 or some shit like that. It was the disgusting scorecard. You only gave Xander Zayas 4 rounds or however many rounds it was. It was disgusting, to be honest with you. But Xander clearly won the fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I probably only gave Barao like 3 rounds. Justin talking about it was close. You out your motherfucking mind. You have to stop that.
I'm gonna watch the highlights tomorrow.
Yeah, bro, like that was not close. So I don't know what the hell Justin Jackson talking about, bro. You need to go ahead and put down that bottle that T.O. Senior gave you. You heard? Tripping. But so then, shit, we could talk about Bruce Carrington. And Justin, you absolutely right. Abbas does have great pressure, but respectfully, his pressure was neutralized today.
If we talk about Shu, I didn't watch that fight either, but I will say shout out to Shu. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I missed that fight.
You can't even say shout out to Shu if you didn't watch the fight. Fuck
Nah,
you.
nigga, I was
Lied.
doing something. I was doing something, but I
You say
was
you
crazy.
can't shout him out if you ain't watched the fight.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it. But nah, he from New York though. That's Brooklyn though, so I'm always gonna feel me. He put on for
Nigga,
home
you are
team.
from fucking Harlem.
But unlike a Massachusetts nigga, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to put on for their city. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
A
they
nigga like
talking-
my son Shu.
Yo, when Jamaine was getting introduced, they was like from Worcester, Massachusetts. I was like, oh, shit.
Niggas don't know how
Let's
to
talk
put
about that
on.
one real quick. I'm gonna get up out of here after that one.
This nigga. Why you being a fucking pooper, nigga?
It's
Nigga,
2 in the
'cause he
morning.
keep
It's
getting
two.
his
It's
shit
2 in the
wrong.
morning. It's 2 in the morning, bro. I'm here with my shorty and shit.
So
Man.
what you got? A curfew, nigga? She wants you to hang that phone up after 2?
Yeah, bro. Be bad, John. Nah, I'm
This
kidding.
nigga. He dead ass.
Nigga,
Too.
I'm tired though.
All right, bro. Go ahead.
Nah, man. I'm gonna say this.
We're
Fuck
talking about
Keyshawn.
Jamaine Ortiz versus Keyshawn Davis. But
I'm gonna say this. Fuck Keyshawn Davis. Congratulations to him, but it's fuck him. It's smoke with him. Mordecai just he got knocked off the list. Like I dead ass don't care about Mordecai no more. Now it's this nigga Keyshawn Davis. He's a whole op. And then Jamaine Ortiz, disappointing performance in my opinion. Very
He's still
disappointing in my
he's still the
opinion.
face of Massachusetts.
That what?
He's still the face of Massachusetts.
No.
you're gonna have to go ahead and slide that shit to Rashidi.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give that shit to Kurt Scooby.
No. Rashidi Scooby, respectfully.
Nigga, just give that shit to this nigga twin right here, Jason Tatum. Yo, just give that shit to him.
Man, I'm about to give that shit to Agent 86, man.
Damn.
Agent from Massachusetts?
He from
No,
Connecticut.
he's from Connecticut.
You don't put that
But
smut
anyways.
on him, nigga.
All right, Slime, you can go ahead, bro.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, Slum.
Let's
Yo,
Yeah.
Marquis. So what we doing, Shu, or are we doing Keyshawn?
No, I mean, while we speak, let's speak on the Keyshawn situation real quick. So, listen, man, y'all know I don't fuck with Keyshawn, but goddamn, that boy look sharp than a
I ain't gonna
bitch.
lie. Yo, you know what's mad funny?
Damn.
That nigga's skill set is crazy. I just
That
noticed that
nigga
nigga's
look
skill set.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
God
lie.
damn, bro, the motherfucking jab. First of all, that nigga literally ain't really get that nigga. I only seen the nigga get hit like 3 times clean from Jamaine. That's first of all. Like I'm talking about shots that look like they really did something. You feel what I'm saying? Not like the little. So Keyshawn Davis, and people talk about this motherfucker Shakur like being a master of distance. Keyshawn one of them type niggas too, bro. That motherfucker make you feel like he right in front of you, and when you jab and you nowhere near where the fuck this nigga's at. Accurate ass jab. It was an accurate jab that he was putting on Jamaine Ortiz, and every time he punched in combinations, he always seemed to find Jamaine. So that was that. Jamaine Ortiz, you know, he a dog. He's resilient. You know, just a real adorable dude, man. And I think that he, like, when you really assess Jamaine Ortiz, he has a lot of tools, but I don't think that he has the brain to match those tools. That's just my opinion. He has a lot of natural abilities. He's very talented, but I don't think his mind is of the elite. He may have an elite.
I was thinking that too.
He may have elite like attributes, but it doesn't seem like his mind is able to put all of those things together to really shine with the other guys like the Keyshawns and the Shakur. It just seems like he's a tier below them. Like he'll watch a good portion of motherfuckers, but them top guys like that, he's not gonna be like. Sometimes he does shit, and I'm like, I'm trying to get a feeling for where he's coming from. Like, why'd you do that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see that you could do it, but why did you do it? It just seems like it's random. You see what I mean? But what was you gonna say?
You know, I'm like a nigga with his skill set. I would think would have like a good ring IQ. You know what I'm saying? A good mind with the sport. And I feel like it was times in that fight.
those are two totally separate departments, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's a
Like
fact.
just because you are talented and that you have like you may be skilled doesn't necessarily mean that you're an intelligent fighter. Both of those things are two separate what you say entities.
Mm-hmm.
And once you put them together, that's what makes you elite. You feel what I'm
Mm.
saying? You could be an intelligent motherfucker and not really had a skill set. Like you, and that's what makes a great coach, ironically. You see what I'm saying? Because like let's say like Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach wasn't no great professional boxer. He was a dog, like he was like, but his mind far exceeded his fighting abilities, which is why he ended up being a great mastermind for coaching, for being a boxing coach, right? Derrick James, phenomenal coach, but his mind far exceeded his physical abilities. There's just some people that's like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not saying Jamaine is like that, and I'm not saying that he's a dumb fighter. Please don't make it seem that way. That's not what I'm trying to say. But amongst these elite level guys, it feels like what's separating him from them is his mind. You feel what I'm saying? His boxer mind. But just to speak about what Keyshawn Davis is doing, phenomenal jab, very elusive. He understood. He had the timing on Jamaine early in the fight. He had him at the end of his punches early in the fight. I didn't really see. I seen Jamaine Ortiz walking through a lot of shots, but it was just, and I didn't even feel like he was hurt prior to the first knockdown. It was just great accuracy, great punch placement from Keyshawn, bro. He broke down Jamaine systematically, and he was really composed. He was really patient. You know what I'm saying? And he put all of that shit together, man. Yo, Keyshawn looked elite tonight.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. That nigga body punch. I ain't gonna lie, he might be one of the best body punches in boxing. I ain't gonna lie, dude.
He's
That nigga
surgical.
be
He's
getting, yeah,
surgical.
he's surgical with that shit.
Surgical, and it's like he's not even. When he put that body shot on Jamaine and dropped him, I knew it was devastating, just based off of where he put it. But it even looked like he loaded up on it. See, them type of motherfuckers is dangerous, and that's why I always say that accuracy is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than power.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are a master at placing punches, you don't necessarily need to be a power puncher in order to get it done. You see what I'm saying? So Keyshawn placed a beautiful body shot on Jamaine. Jamaine, he a dog, man. Like, you got to give Jamaine his props, man. He got the fuck up at 9. He got up at 9 and proceeded with the fight, and he lasted all the way until the last round. You see what I mean? His eye was all swelled up. I ain't see an ounce of bitch in Jamaine. Not at all.
He was on that, man. But my thing is, with Jamaine, it's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'll keep it gangster too. That nigga's a very talented boxer. But my thing is just, you ain't got I don't know what it is to get you over the hump though. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even know after this, you feel me? Like, they might have you moving like a gatekeeper, because it's like every big fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just never could pull it out. I thought if he never even would have got knocked down, he would have had a good chance on the cards. Because you know how these judges sometimes be funny. It would have been like, a little respectable decision, unanimous decision. But I don't think it would have been that wide. You know what I'm saying? But
listen, man, and this is something that's pretty common, bro. It's and as simple as this, and I'm not like trying to be cliche or anything like that, but there's genuinely levels to this shit, bro. Like, there's motherfuckers who are C-level fighters. You know what I mean? There's B-level fighters. There's A-level fighters. Then you have like the pound-for-pound level motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like Jamaine is like just a notch below championship level.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? On the right night, he might just be the champion. But like, he just like you said, and you said it perfectly. He just has trouble getting over the hump. Now, could it be a coaching thing? Possibly. But to be honest with you, his coach had got him pretty far throughout his career. So I don't know if it's really a coach thing. It just might be that Jamaine's he's just not on that level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's just some people who are, you got the elite level guys, and you just got the guys who are good. Doesn't mean that they trash. They just don't have it in them to be of that cloth. You see what I'm saying? So what's really next with Keyshawn Davis, I would like to see him stay at 140. He looked phenomenal.
I would
don't
like
really
him
see
to
the
stay
need.
at 42.
Yeah, I don't really see the need in him going to 147 and trying to get the Devin Haney fight, bro. Respectfully, don't nobody want to see that shit. I mean, I don't, not right now.
You don't want to see Devin versus Keyshawn? That's a good fight.
I would rather see. I mean, this is just me. I want to see Devin unify the division. That's what I want to see.
I mean, but it's not
You
looking
know what I'm
like
saying?
it's not
Because
looking like you though.
But look at what. So Keyshawn just gonna go to 40 just to beat a Jamaine Ortiz? Like really? Well, all the smoke that's at 140. You wouldn't want to see. You wouldn't want to see Keyshawn versus motherfucking
Gary
Antoine. You don't want to see him in there with no I would love to see him versus an Abrapuello or you know what I'm saying, a Dalton Smith. Like there's so many great fights that could happen in the division. You see what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. That's my whole thing. If you're not gonna go back down to 35, you don't. You know what I mean? And then he said he felt amazing at 140. Stay there.
Yeah, you might gotta
stay there. But you know what I'm saying? I guess like fans will be attracted to the idea of him and Devin fighting because they have a history or whatever the case is. You got two popular names, two young black and they prime fighters. You know what I mean? They both have their they both undefeated guys, so why not? But it's like me personally, like if I'm gonna be walking into a division, I want to make an impact in that division. I don't feel like you beating Jamaine Ortiz at 140 is enough for me to justify that you're amongst the elite at 140. You got to beat somebody elite in order to be considered elite. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Like Shakur Stevenson, he proved to be elite tonight at 140 because he defeated somebody elite.
Yeah, the best champion on paper, yeah. But let me ask you this. If Shakur lets go of the belt, right, goes back to 35, Keyshawn gets elevated. If Keyshawn has just a regular title defense, like with a WBO mandatory, and he washes him, whoever it could be, if he moves up, would you if he moves up now, would you want to see that fight with Haney, or you want him to kind of just have a campaign at 40?
If he gets a belt at 40, and he successfully defends his title, and he decides he wants to move up, then fuck it. I wouldn't necessarily be against it, but my whole thing is like, you missed weight your last fight. Your fight got canceled. So you move up to 140. You beat Jamaine Ortiz. No disrespect to Jamaine, but he's not a champion or
not a champion, but really good fighter.
You feel what I mean? Good fighter, but you're not a champion. So it's like that's gonna be your debut at 140, and then you're just gonna move off from 140 and just go to 47. What was the point of even stopping at 40 then?
Yeah, that is true.
Should have just did what AB did before and just go from 35 to 47. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like Keyshawn, he gonna do whatever he want to do. This ain't necessarily. I'm not about to be jumping out the woodworks with my pom-poms acting like I'm a motherfucking Keyshawn Davis fan. There's still some things that I really don't like about the dude. So there ain't really no way for. I'm gonna go out my way to say that I, fuck with him or I support him. But he looked sensational tonight.
Yeah,
he looked sensational.
Keyshawn
Everything was clicking. He was focused, composed. The punches was precise. Timing was sharp.
Yo, who was in this corner?
He got a whole new team. So
you know any of them niggas?
No, I'm not familiar with any of them, but shit, they must have did a great job because he looked very sharp.
Yeah, he looked very sharp. Bomac ain't had that nigga looking that sharp. Nigga, I ain't even trying to throw Bomac under the bus. I fuck with Bomac fat ass, but I'm gonna keep it a buck, nigga. Keyshawn looked good tonight. That nigga, he looked good. I ain't never seen my son precision like that, accuracy, control the distance. He made. I really thought Jamaine was gonna get that nigga a little harder trouble. Like I thought that shit was really gonna be a chess match. That shit was really one-sided.
Jamaine fought his heart out, bro. So I'm gonna give him a lot of respect for his effort. But goddamn, bro, he made it look like Jamaine ain't belonging there with him.
Yo, niggas might think Jamaine whack.
I said that shit in the third. If you peep the group chat, I said when like the third round came around, I said, man, Jamaine don't got shit for this nigga. Because I'm seeing it. Like I'm seeing this dude, Jamaine, like he's trying his like little herky jerky shit with the feints and you know what I mean, trying to close the gap and stuff like that. But he just cannot hit Keyshawn
Now
clean.
you know what it is too. That nigga ain't got no pop on his punches. Like Keyshawn ain't respect that nigga power at all.
Shit, he probably ain't respect the power because the motherfucker couldn't touch him clean. He probably did have
but he
power.
did. And Jamaine did hit him a couple times.
Huh?
So Jamaine did hit him a couple times. I remember that right here. He hit him with a left
But it
hook.
wasn't consistent. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't consistent though. Yeah,
it wasn't consistent. Like the only, accumulation is a thing. So if Jamaine probably would have hit him clean throughout the entire course of the fight, then maybe we see Keyshawn reacting a little bit different. But if you just hit me with some solid shit 1 to 2 times every 3 to 4 rounds, it's like, the fuck, nigga? Like, I ain't respecting that shit. You can't touch me, cuz. So it was a great performance from Keyshawn, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That he looked very dangerous today. Very dangerous. So, you know what I mean? Much kudos to him, man. We're gonna see what he do next, man. He stick around if Shakur does what he says he's gonna do and vacate the title, so Keyshawn can have his leftovers and Keyshawn cool with that. You know what I mean? Then he should go ahead and try to get a title in another weight class. If he wants to go up to fight Devin for the WBO, and Devin is receptive to that, and that's something that he wants to do, you know what I mean? Then we'll see a good fight. We'll definitely see a good fight. So
you think any? I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't. Oh, no, we about to get to the next topic.
No, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
No, I was about to say. I'm like, man, you think it's a world Shakur stays to unify with Dalton Smith?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's really dependent upon what Turkey's willing to pay for. That's what I think. It seemed like Turkey trying to get something popping with Conor Benn. See, I didn't really like that. I didn't like that shit at all either. With this throwing the Conor Benn, like they want Conor Benn to be this star so bad. Like they just want him to be so relevant amongst the champions. It's like, yo, this nigga Conor's no champion, bro.
No champion. And he got a mandated fight. And,
like they
with
put this nigga in position right away. Like just because this nigga Nigel Benn's son, it's like, and he sold a couple tickets in the UK, so now he just cut the line. I'm like, bro, he ain't fight at 47 since he popped. Facts. The nigga ain't fight. When the last time he been at?
Last time that nigga fought, 2024, right?
2023, 2024. Like, nigga, you test positive. Hold on, bro. Conor Benn last fight at 47. I think it was against Chris Van Heerden. I could be wrong. Let me verify my information. Nick, no, bro. He surpassed what I said. The nigga ain't fight at 47 since 2022, nigga.
Damn, 20. Wait, you lying?
So it's about to be 4 years since this nigga fought at 47.
You lying? That nigga ain't fight at 47 in 4 years?
He fought because when he popped positive, that was around the time that he fought Chris Van Heerden. So he went up and he fought Rodolfo Orozco at 54. He fought Pete Dobson at a catch weight of like 150, 151. Then he fought Chris Eubank twice, and they were both middleweight contests with a catch weight stipulation. This man has not fought at 47 since 2022, April 16th of 2022. Nigga, we about to hit February, and I know the nigga ain't fighting no time soon. Well,
he planning on fighting in May. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so then it's okay. So if he fights in May, then it'll be over 4 years since a nigga made 147.
Yeah, man. I just think
because he sold some tickets with Chris Eubank back to back. When he's making it clear he's going back down to 47 at WBC, like, oh shit, here you go. Oh, yo, man, you can make us a lot of money. Here you go. We're gonna make you the mandatory challenger for the Barrios and Ryan Garcia winner.
Yeah.
Well, all these niggas been waiting around looking for an opportunity. Not only that, y'all giving this nigga the option, and Shakur is encouraging it, and I just don't know why.
I just hate that Shakur even giving this nigga attention though. Like that's what's driving me crazy. Like I understand
giving this nigga the time and the day.
Yeah, like you let this nigga come in the ring and ruin your moment. Like
we know the type nigga you is. You done had a beard transplant because you wanted to look more like a man. You're insecure little fucking like nigga. You's a fucking turkey, cuz. Like I already know your type, nigga. You want to be tough so bad. You grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth, but you want to be acknowledged as like this dirty, rough, rugged ass nigga. You not that, cuz. No matter what you do, no matter how much you tat yourself up, you an insecure, weenie ass nigga. You pop positive for PEDs on top of that, and then you act like you want to smoke with niggas, but then you got stipulations behind the scene trying to drain niggas. You see what I'm saying? So now you walking in you got what he headbutted Rolly Romero before that, and he got into like a little shoving match with Ryan Garcia. Like this nigga swears he's hard body, bro. Chris Eubanks smacked you in your face with a fucking egg, and you ran into this nigga so many times after that and did nothing. That let me know you not cut like that. So it's like, come on, bro. And he beat you after that. That's the crazy part. And then you drained the nigga again. It's like, come on, bro. Niggas ain't buying that shit. I just don't like that they giving Conor Ben all this attention, bro. You ain't earned your way, especially at 47. You definitely ain't earned your way. Why y'all trying to get it? Why do y'all feel like he deserves a Shakur Stevenson fight so bad? Because he avenged the loss?
Nah, but Shakur need to stop feeding into that shit, though. He the one that's even welcoming that shit. I'm like, yo, Shakur, you got so much static right now at 35, 40, and even at 47. I mean, the only thing I want you to fight at 47 is Devin, but the thing is,
act like he don't want to fight Dev.
I know, and that's the thing. I ain't gonna lie, Dev a big ass nigga, but the thing is, though, what's getting me tight, you want to fight Conor Ben. I at least say wait till Conor Ben get a belt, so you can at least get an accomplishment 5 division champion. You know what I'm saying? You just fighting this nigga just to fight him in the UK to sell some. I mean, it's a money move, but I just think it's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. There's so many more meaningful fights that you could take to really solidify you being the best. You see what I'm saying? In or around your division. You know what I mean? You go back down to 35, see what's popping over there with the other champions. Who's the other champions at 35?
Murtala and Schofield is probably gonna fight. Schofield probably gonna fight Roach for the WBA.
Yeah, like you could revisit that shit. Like that, you know, at 140, there's so much smoke at 40.
Yeah, 40. I mean, you got Twan. I mean, if Twan wins this fight in February, but because Twan got, I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing about that Japanese nigga that nigga fighting. I heard that.
Andy Hiroka, he could rumble. That's gonna be a good fight. I think Antoine beats him, but Hiroka could rumble. Like there ain't nobody you sleep on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but yeah, John Smith be a good shot. That's a UK fight if you want to go to the UK.
Hell yeah, he'll beat Dalton Smith too. Dalton Smith ain't got the boxing ability to hang with Core, and he ain't nobody who gonna make Core feel uncomfortable with output. I think stylistically he'll watch Dalton. You know what I'm saying? Like Shakur could really do some legacy defining. I mean, he did today, but he could really.
I ain't gonna lie, he did today. We about to get into it right now.
Absolutely, but let me shout out Bruce Carrington real quick. Bruce Carrington fought Carlos Castro today, man. Carlos Castro, an experienced vet at 126 pounds, put Stephen Fulton on his pocket. Some niggas felt like he beat Stephen Fulton, all that good stuff, man. And Bruce Carrington was on my channel, Mazuma TV. You go look at the interview. And he was really telling me how frustrated he was with the sport of boxing, how, you know, he's like getting impatient and stuff like that, like how he really is trying to get these big fights, but don't nobody want to fight him, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, bro, I said, bro, just keep winning, bro. Like, just keep winning. And, you know, that opportunity going to be there, man. You just got to stay patient. And, you know, whatever you looking for is going to find its way to you. Boom. 2 weeks later, Stephen Fulton, you know, this is when Stephen Fulton lost to old Shockey. This nigga Stephen Fulton gives up his title. And now his fight, and I was saying, are you gonna fight Carlos Castro? He like, yeah, like, you know, that's an option. You know, ain't nothing solidified yet. Boom, Stephen Fulton gives up his title. You next in line for the title. So now you fighting Carlos Castro for the vacant WBC. And I was like, yo, bro, like that's crazy. You need to come through and do another interview. He said, I'm living in myself the interviews right now. After I win the world title, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sit down with you. So that let me know that Carrington was extremely locked in for camp. You know what I mean? He looked to be in phenomenal shape. And he was boxing beautifully with with Castro early on in the fight. He got hurt by Carlos Castro. Got hit with a nasty right hand, it's like right behind the ear. You know what I'm saying? He buckled a little bit, his legs did a little dance or whatever. But the way that this man was able to stay focused, the way he was able to stay calm even when hurt, and the way that he was able to fucking bounce back from that, get his legs back together, and turn around to knock Carlos Castro out cold. Gangster
Legendary
motherfucker, bro. That boy Bruce Carrington, that's a bad motherfucker right there, bro. The way that he was able to, like, his shoulder, he was rolling them right hands. He was super sharp, bro. He was seeing everything that Carlos Castro was doing, bro. And he was really thinking in there because he see Carlos Castro kept trying to counter with that right hand. So he'll be first. You know what I mean? He'll bait him to throw the right hand. He roll the right hand off, come off with an uppercut. It was looking like James Toney in there a little bit with the, you know what I mean? The breaking at the waist, changing the levels, countering off the shoulder roll and all that, man. It was beautiful boxing. And the way he was able to finish Carlos Castro was absolutely phenomenal. So now we got a new champion at 126 pounds out of Brownsville, man. Salute to the boy Bruce Carrington.
That's Brooklyn right there, man. New York City, man.
Mazuma TV, proud of you. And if anybody got a case for being the king of New York right now, it's probably Bruce Carrington.
I ain't even got it. We ain't even got to just limit it to one nigga though, because I ain't gonna lie, we got two. Brooklyn got two champions.
Man, he the best champion y'all got right now.
Nah,
man.
he may be, but we got two champions though. I'm happy with just even having two champions right now. Like,
yeah, I got more champions than us right now, I think.
Oh yeah, Cool Boy not a champion no more, right?
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying?
Like, got boots right now.
Feel me? Like, it's just like I'm happy that Hitchens and Shu really doing their thing and putting on, but I ain't gonna lie, shout out my son Shu, and I really think Shu could go undisputed at 26, man. I really think he can. I think he.
There's definitely some smoke over there, man. There's definitely some smoke.
Next fight gotta be a unification fight with Espinoza.
Yeah, that's what's his name? Angelo Leo.
And then Nick Ball. Hopefully Nick Ball stop being pussy.
Nick Ball gonna fight Brandon Figueroa, but we know what type time Nick Ball on, bro. He trying to hold on to that belt as long as he can. That motherfucker got that belt in protective custody. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna hold on as long as he can. But yeah, I mean, Nick Ball versus Bruce Carrington, that's a great fight.
Yeah, that's a great fight.
I think Bruce would beat him. I think
nigga Ray Savage beat him.
Yeah, that was a close one, but yeah, a lot of people said Ray beat him. Then on top of that, I honestly feel like his toughest opponent would be Rafael Espinoza, that 6'1", lanky, hard punching ass Mexican.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that'd be his hardest fight.
That's gonna be the toughest one. But outside of that, I think that a lot of these motherfuckers, Bruce is very capable of beating.
I like him over Angelo Leo for real though.
Angelo tough, he come from, but Bruce is smarter than him. I think Bruce. Yeah. I think Shusha will give him a lesson for real.
Yo, so if he all right, so let me ask you this: if he unifies, does he crack the top, the pound for pound list?
That's a bit tough because the people that's on the pound for pound list right now, they doing some great shit, man.
Yeah,
they doing some great shit. That's tough. Like, you know what I mean? What they had, like David Benavidez number 10 or some shit like that.
Last time I seen, I think Devin was 10, and I think Benavidez was like 8.
So you gotta understand that if we put in Bruce Carrington on the top 10, somebody got to drop. I'm not taking Devin Haney off no pound for pound list.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not taking
Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Bruce was able to become undisputed in the division,
then for sure,
it's like you ain't got no choice. Somebody got to fall. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, man, we ain't gonna jump the gun yet. You know what I mean? Congratulations to Shushu for his victory and becoming the new WBC. What's that? Featherweight champion of the world. That's an amazing
New York City. New York City.
You know what I mean? They can't say that you this 28-year-old, 30-year-old prospect right now. You a champion. So enjoy that. And I'm sure that was a lot of the shit that Bruce is holding on to too, man. He was crying and shit. Like he really had like a moment. You feel what I mean? So he deserves it. I'm sure he put in a lot of work for that. Made a lot of sacrifices. So I really hope he enjoys, the first quarter of this year being a new champion, but I would like to see him back in the ring ASAP, for real, for real.
Yeah, fight. I want the next fight. It gotta be unification. I don't want to see nothing else. I need a unification fight, man.
We'll see. I mean, he a Ring Magazine ambassador, so yeah, I mean, he got the money behind him to get some shit popping. That's
Wait,
for
so
sure.
if he beat, so who would you say the best champion at 26 is? Like, who has the Ring
Espinosa.
Magazine belt? Espinosa, right? Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anybody has the Ring Magazine belt at 26 right now.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I think that shit is vacant. In order to be the Ring Magazine champion, I think the number 1 dude has to fight the number 2 dude. I think that's the only way they put it up.
Oh wait, what if I'm the number 4 dude, but I beat the number 1 nigga?
If he currently has the belt, then that'll be
Wait,
you.
no, yeah, because Boost took the belt from Stanionis.
Because the number 1 dude was fighting the number 2 dude.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But let me see.
So yeah, basically, if Espinosa is the number 1 ranked champion at 26, then basically, yeah, he would win. Shushu would win the belt.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out.
Unless y'all niggas in the comments, let me see. Nigga Ralph said Nick Bull be on his pussy shit. Yo, that's a fact. I really think Nick Bull the softest nigga from the UK. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga's pussy. And Ray Savage beat that nigga. Them niggas knew what they was doing.
That's funny.
And shout out my son. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I hope Ray Savage gets an opportunity, man. I don't understand that shit, man. That nigga ain't, the fact that he ain't even fight on this card is crazy. He should have definitely fought on this card.
Yeah, the belt is vacant. So
yeah, it'll go to whoever beat Espinosa.
Yeah, so they had Bruce Carrington ranked number 7.
Damn.
But considering the fact that he just beat you know, he might be number 5 now. But it's vacant. But Rafael Espinosa is the number 2, Angelo Leo the number 3. So if they were to fight each other.
Wait, so who's the number 1 champion?
It's vacant.
Oh, so there's no number 1 ranked fighter at 126.
No, for you to be number 1, you would have to be the champion. So the people that's right below, like, so Rafael Espinosa and Angelo Leo, if they were to fight each other, the Ring Magazine belt will be on the line.
Oh, yo, so how did Stanionis, how was he ranked number 1 at 47?
You gotta take into consideration who the other champions were at the time.
Barrios, Boots, and Norman.
Right, and it was like Barrios. Come on, like let's be serious. Then Norman, he was like fresh champion in the division. Yeah, just kind of elevated around that time. So it was, you know what I'm saying? Like he had just got elevated. Boots was trying to unify with him. He wasn't rumbling. I think he only had like 1 title defense at that time. So there was like Stanionis. And Stanionis ain't really had much going on neither, but I guess since he was champion longer than Norman, they probably just gave him that position. I don't know. I don't control the rankings. I don't be knowing what they doing for real, but you know, that's what it is. All
right.
So
now for the main event, man.
Hey man, I try to tell motherfuckers, man. I'm waiting for them niggas to hit my cash app right now.
Them niggas still ain't send that shit.
I ain't even check my phone. I gotta see what's up. But I try to tell people, man, that history history repeats itself, man. And I was looking at Teofimo, and I went back and I watched some fights, man, because there was this narrative that well, man, Teo, he rises to the occasion, and when he's in there with big names, and you know what I mean. And I was like, I guess people got a point with that. I even brought it up to try to justify a point in the past, but then I started really thinking about shit, and I'm like, all right, man, like this nigga beat Vasyl Lomachenko, right? Who didn't throw punches for half of the fight. We gonna give him credit for that though, because he was young, he was inexperienced. Loma was like pound for pound number 1. They was talking about. I never believed he was pound for pound number 1, but that's what ESPN and all them niggas was saying. He beats him, right? Cool. Give him a lot of credit for that. When that Josh Taylor one, You know what I mean? Like Josh Taylor, he looked like shit in the Jack Catterall fight. Prior to that, they gave him a contract, a gift. He definitely lost. They gave him a gift, and he ain't never looked the same since then. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like you ain't really beat. And then you ain't even beat Josh Taylor when he had all the belts. All the belts was taken off of him. You see what I mean? So it's like you really fought a diminished version of Josh Taylor, but we gonna give you credit for that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really take that win too much into consideration. And then I told y'all, when was the last time Teofimo Lopez fought a black athletic boxer? Well, man, what you mean? Bro, we all know what we talking about. When I bring up the black American fighter, you already know what I'm talking about. It's the greatest fighters that have walked this earth since the beginning of boxing's ascension, whatever the hell you want to call it. Look at all of the greatest fighters of all time. There ain't too many you gonna name that ain't black American boxers. You see what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. Because Teofimo Lopez has always had this advantage over guys where like he's the faster one. You know what I mean? The more athletic one. You know what I'm saying? The more slippery one. And it's like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is somebody who's one of the greatest defensive fighters of our generation. May go down as one of the greatest defensive fighters ever when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? This is a kid who, you know what I mean? Tio was calling him slow. I thought he was very disrespectful to Shakur because when you watch Shakur fight, is he the fastest motherfucker? No, not really. But what makes up for his speed or his lack of speed is his sensational timing. You see what I mean? But besides that, I never looked at, disregarding the timing, I never looked at Shakur as like this slow fighter that Teofimo Lopez portrayed him to be. He was underestimating Shakur Stevenson the whole lead up to the fight. Talking about he was better as an amateur, and as he moved up in weight, like he lost some things, and he's gonna expose that. And pretty much, like he said all of this shit that was just completely outlandish, saying that his defense, he's gonna expose holes in his defense and all types of stuff. He said he was gonna hit him on the kidneys, and like he was acting like he was gonna make this such a tough, rugged fight. And I'm like, bro, it's not that simple, man. I mean, it's not that simple. And I'm hearing Shakur Stevenson talk about how, you know what I mean, he ain't really looking to please the fans this time. He gonna do what he gotta do what he gonna do.
That nigga stayed in that pocket, boy.
Yo, that motherfucker said he found a remedy for his hands. I ain't see that man shake his wrist not one time in that ring. He was telling y'all what was going on, but ain't nobody really want to hear him for real. And I thought he was actually going to take the approach of just moving a lot more. I thought he was going to move. I ain't going to lie. I thought he was going to frustrate Tio with his movement, and once Tio started loading up on these big shots out of frustration, then Shakur going to start picking him up. So I knew Shakur was going to outclass him because I just knew they was different pedigrees of fighters. And it wasn't like Tio had this huge size advantage. They actually looked like they was about the same fucking size.
Yeah, it looked
good together. Tio's not a big dude. You feel what I'm saying? So I really felt like the only thing that Tio had over Shakur was experience in the division. Outside of that, I felt like it was all Shakur Stevenson. And I tried to tell everybody, man, that boy Teofimo Lopez has struggled with guys that are, mobile outboxers that are not on Shakur Stevenson's level. So I can only imagine what happened. And we saw what happened. You see what I mean? This dude, Teofimo Lopez, from the very beginning, he had the most terrible game plan, bro. Like the most terrible game plan. Like, bro, why are you trying to box Shakur Stevenson? Who told you that you could do that? When you struggle with niggas like Sandor Martin and Jamaine Ortiz, you felt like it was in your best interest to box Shakur Stevenson, one of the best pure boxers in the game today. Like, that's what you're going to do? Do you really see yourself on the level of Shakur Stevenson when it comes to boxing? Absolutely not. You should have known that wasn't your lane, but when you got a cokehead daddy that was drinking 2 days before your fight, coaching you and giving you these bum-ass instructions.
I ain't gonna lie. Teofimo gotta go, man.
That shit was a shit show, bro.
Yeah, that was bad, yo.
That was a shit show. This nigga, Ralph put a quote. He beat me to the punch. Tio Sr., where did your power go? You're gonna hate yourself in the morning. Where what the fuck he told that nigga? He told his son he gonna hate himself in the morning. He said throw fucking punches. Let your fucking hands go. It was like, you fucking idiot. You telling this nigga to let his hands go when he literally can't even find the range on the nigga he's trying to swing on. You dummy. Why don't you tell the nigga what he has to do in order to close that gap against Shakur? What can help him get on the inside and rip them shots? Like, you didn't give this man no specific instructions whatsoever, and then you're getting frustrated because he keep coming back to the corner with the same results. You failed him as a fucking coach. Not only that, when Teofimo Lopez got hit with a check hook and he got cut immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
I seen that shit happen in real time. I seen the punch land and I seen the blood pouring immediately. Y'all didn't even have a quality cut man in y'all.
Oh yeah, I was about to get into that. Yo, they cut man was horrible, yo.
Y'all could, and that was a simple cut. And my father's a cut man. He can attest to that. That was a cut that, and you know, it didn't really get in his eyes, so it really didn't play that much of a factor. But bro, there's no reason why you coming out of your corner and you still leaking.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The cut man, with the tools that he has, should be able to stop the bleeding immediately. I've seen motherfuckers with cuts that go all underneath their eyebrow. I'm talking about huge. But with a quality cut man, you know, the cut is open, obviously, but it's not leaking. That's literally the cut man's main objective, to make sure whatever cuts you have, they don't bleed and don't affect your ability to fight in the ring. Terrible cut man, terrible corner advice, terrible fucking coach. Terrible coach, terrible game plan. Who the fuck made you feel confident enough to try to play chess with Shakur Stevenson? But then I tried to tell people, because they're like, yeah, man, Teofimo Lopez, he gotta, you know, he gotta make this a dirty fight. He gotta be physical. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying. But Teofimo Lopez, it's hard to tell somebody to do something when it's not in their fucking character to do that. Fighters have identities, right? There's very few fighters that could switch their whole approach up and fight a totally different fight than they usually do. You see what I mean? That's what separates the good fighters from the special ones. Floyd Mayweather was a type motherfucker. He could switch his whole DNA up in the ring. He could walk you down. He could box you. He could sit in the pocket with you. He could move the whole fight. You know, there's not many fighters that are capable of making those adjustments, because you always hear these fighters say, I can make adjustments, and they really can't. They don't even really know what the fuck that shit even means. And adjusting is pretty much changing character, taking a whole new approach, like becoming a totally different fighter in the ring in order to come out victorious. Teofimo Lopez has never shown you to do that. I told you motherfuckers that Teofimo Lopez falls over his shots. You know, he overcommits the punches because he doesn't understand range that well. I told you guys that he gets frustrated very easily. And surprisingly, Teofimo Lopez was very composed in this fight. Like, I seen this nigga like crash out in the ring where he just like swinging, just hoping for the best. Like,
he did that with Jamaine.
Yeah, he did that with Jamaine, and he did that with Sandor, and he did that with Kambosos. Just swinging, just hoping that something land. Like, he was very respectful of Shakur Stevenson in there. Shakur Stevenson was stopping him as soon as he even felt the need to get a punch off. Shakur senses it, pops him, boom. Jab was absolutely on.
That right jab was money.
This fucking jab was sensational. His jab was so good that he didn't have to fucking move. He didn't have to move. For what? If I just keep it, my jab is so precise. My jab is so good that this motherfucker can't catch a rhythm. He can't establish his offense. So what the fuck do I have to move for? Because the whole point of me moving is to throw you off. But if I could save energy and just jab you in your fucking mitt for 12 rounds without having to move, that's the smart thing to do. That's what I'm gonna do. You see what I'm saying? So Shakur Stevenson jab was literally he was winning like the first 3-4 rounds with a fucking jab, bro. So it was sensational. And there might have been more rounds that he probably won just by jabbing Teo to death. Teo made 0 adjustments, no head movement whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? His athleticism didn't play a part because he was in there with somebody who is athletic in their own right, but has skills to match, has the skills and the fundamentals and the defense to match that athleticism. So he was overmatched. That's why it looked like that's why it looked so lopsided the way it did. Because with a nigga like Shakur Stevenson, you're not gonna beat him with just athleticism. Unless you got like some crazy athleticism like a prime Roy Jones, which you know Teo's not. You're not gonna get that job done with a Teo. I mean, with a Shakur Stevenson.
I feel like, you know what, I also too. I feel like Teo ain't do no film or do no studying in this fight.
Bro,
with Shakur.
Teo disrespected him in the whole lead up to the fight.
Yeah, he did. I really think he I don't know if he was even going back to like when they sparred as kids or whatever. Like I feel like Teo was he just didn't really you know what I'm saying? He didn't really prepare himself for this fight just off the
I'm gonna tell you
see
some of
how like you know what I'm saying? Like I would have looked at opponents that Shakur even had close fights with, like to pay. I would have really just been like, yo, I know I'm gonna have to make Shakur uncomfortable. This gonna have to be an ugly fight. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like for me to, you know, because like you said, it can't be in a chess match with that nigga. That nigga thinks too much.
Yeah, and you got to take him, and respectfully, that's Shakur Stevenson's comfort zone. When Shakur's in there thinking, and he's boxing, and he's keeping his range and shit like that. That's his comfort zone. That's where he wants to be. You got to take him out of that situation. What the fucking Shakur do? Made that nigga Shakur feel nice and comfortable at home. No game plan. So it was like he pretty much came in to lose. Like he was just so okay with it. And then when Conor and Shakur were going at it in the ring, Teo had said some shit to Shakur, and he's like, yo, this nigga delusional. So I don't know if this nigga Teo told this nigga Shakur that he felt like he won or that he got robbed or something. I hope he ain't say no goofy shit like that. I really pray to God.
I think he said Conor fuck you up. I think he was saying something like Conor whoop Shakur or some shit like that.
Man, he need to shut the fuck up. You over here with your face all swelled up.
Yeah, you just got your ass
whooped. You only won 1 round. I hope you ain't get smoked on the scorecards to glaze another nigga immediately after. That's a weirdo activity.
That nigga say, yo, Conor, you'll get that.
He's like, man, Conor, get him. And guess what? Conor not better than Teo.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Show me what the fuck Conor do better than Teo. Was you gonna bring up power? Nigga ain't get a knockout since he popped positive.
Teo ain't even get a knockout since
like his debut at 140, he ain't get a knockout. For real,
you know what it was too? I think Teo was really in that because the first few rounds, Teo was on that though. Like he was throwing punches, he was trying to, you know what I'm saying? I think Teo was trying to put that in his mind, like, yo, I could really hit hard. Like you know what I'm saying? I could hurt this nigga.
He came out super aggressive in the first round. But then that aggression, he ended up paying for.
Mm-hmm.
So he must have felt some shit he ain't like, and then he just tried to box with him instead.
I think that's what every nigga go through with Shakur. Like that's why I don't understand why niggas punch. Yeah, they just think
he can't punch, and then they get hit with some shit, and they like, oh shit, I don't really want to get hit with this much more.
Yeah.
And it ain't like this nigga Shakur like Wilder or nothing like that, but. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas got enough pop on they punch where it's like, all right, this motherfucker got some sneaky power, some shit that just creep up on you that you don't expect for him to have, and then you become respectful as a result of that. You see what I mean? But I seen Teo, coming in with jabs, Shakur Stevenson seeing him, making him miss crazy, and then Teo started to get the timing on his jab. So he'll beat him to the punch with the jab. Like he'll beat him there with his jab. And Teo just run straight into it. Now Shakur putting combinations together. I seen him shoot an uppercut to Teo's body when he lunged in. And that shit looked like that shit.
It looked like he hurt Teo to the body. Like
he did. He did. And you want to know how I know? Because that motherfucker kept his arms real nice and low after he got hit with that body shot. And he even tried to give him a little movement after that. There was points throughout the fight where Shakur was walking him down.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, man. Like Teo's talented. You know, he's an elite level fighter. Whatever. Teo looked like he ain't belong in there with Shakur Stevenson.
Man, at all, yo.
He made that nigga Teo look like a motherfucking like a warm-up fight. You look like that nigga's tune-up fight, bro.
I swear, niggas was saying 9-3. Some niggas said 8-4. Niggas did not think. You said who?
Who said that Teo won 4 rounds?
No, I'm saying niggas before the fight was saying like Shakur was gonna win 9-3 or 8-4, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And try 11-1, nigga.
I said like I'm saying I never would have thought 11-1 though. I thought nigga, damn, like I don't know who gonna really fuck
Agent 86 said Shakur is a great precise body puncher. People forget that. Facts.
Yeah.
He showed it. He hit Shakur.
Wow, that nigga's accuracy is crazy. Shots.
Huh?
I said Shakur's accuracy is crazy. They said something like that nigga landed 50% of his power punches tonight.
They said I read 44, but that probably was
40
total
or
punches.
Like I said,
that probably was total punches. Yeah, he ain't missing it. This nigga Teo landed 15%. Got smoked, bro. Like all across the board. Like, and this is why. And I'm telling y'all, this is my theory, right? I think Teo had no. I to this day feel like Teo didn't want to fight Shakur at all.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
I don't think he ever wanted to fight Shakur Stevenson. I think he was forced to fight Shakur Stevenson. I've been saying this, and I'm gonna run this theory back. And I think this loss tonight just confirms what I already believe.
No, we said it, nigga. We was like, yo, listen, if Teo lose. We are you and this I was about to get into the next part, like, yo, what's the future for, you know what I'm saying, both fighters, but now we can really get into it with Teo. You burnt bridges with damn near every promoter. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't really like you. You know what I'm saying? And the only way that you was really still relevant, because you kept that belt. You know what I'm saying? You had that you had that WBO strap, so you still was in the mix regardless. But niggas ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, want to fuck with you at all. Like you was pulling in and pulling out of fights. You was, you know what I'm saying, doing a lot of nonsense. So yeah, they was like, nigga, they gonna throw you to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was the whole play. And I mean, you probably even thought it in your head too. The whole fight lead up, what he was saying too. Yo, Mark, what was he saying? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I got more to lose than Shakur. I got more to lose. You know what I'm saying? Shakur got a belt at 35. I got more to lose. I lose this. This my career. This, you know what I'm saying? He knew what's up.
Face off. When you peep their face off, Teo was like, yeah, so you know what I mean? Like if he, if he takes my belt, then him and Keyshawn are just gonna ruin what they're gonna ruin auction with this friend stuff. And Teo was like, and Shakur was like, oh, I thought you said you would beat me though. So why you even bringing that up? In his head, Shakur. It was like in Teo's head, he already knew that this was going to be a fight that he may very well lose, or he already had admitted defeat in his head. Because why you even bringing up that scenario? Why you even bringing up the idea of somebody taking your belt?
Exactly.
Because it's a realistic situation. Now, I want to expand further on what you said. And this is something that I've been saying. We be having conversations, and we spoke about this a few times already. This motherfucker, Teofimo Lopez, has burned every bridge. He has bit every hand that's fed him in this boxing game.
Yeah.
Top rank signed him from the very beginning, from what I understand. Gave him the right fights, built him up, made him world champion. Gave him the biggest fights of his career with Loma, with the Josh Taylor prior to the Shakur Stevenson fight. You go around and you signed the contract. This is the thing that be fucking me up. These niggas be signing these contracts, agreeing to certain minimums and stuff like that. They sign these shitty deals with these high-end managers they be having, and then be complaining when Top Rank gives them what they agreed to. So now you doing all these skits online. You doing all these skits online talking about that being a trash truck man pays more than boxing, and I think you even took Top Rank to court because you were claiming that you were a free agent when you really weren't. What else? You had a fan base. Puerto Ricans rocked with Tio, bro, and black people rocked with
Yeah, and
Tio.
black people. I used to like
That was
Tio.
literally his fan base. And he over here repping. He had like the Spaniard bandana on his head. He trying to get Spain behind him. Like, nigga, you ain't Sergio Martinez, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna be backing you like that, nigga. And Spain not even that big on boxing any fucking way. Them niggas into what everybody else into outside this country, soccer, shit like that. Niggas don't give a fuck about you. So you disrespect black people with your racist comments. Shakur literally, it was just so ironic. You disrespected Puerto Rican people recently. You disrespected black people recently, and you just got your ass whooped by a black Puerto Rican. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Because I seen that Puerto Rico flag on Shakur trunks. I don't know if y'all saw it. I seen that shit. Shakur, he's very mindful of who he is and where he come from. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It was a lot of disrespect. You disrespected Puerto Ricans. You disrespected your fan base, honestly. You disrespected your promoter. Then you got this nigga Turkey Al-Sheikh who really don't need shit from you. Nigga trying to look out for you because you're a name in boxing, and he tries to get you big fights. And all you do is steer this nigga along. You know what I'm saying? He tried to make a big fight happen with you. You agree to all the terms. And then when the contract, because people don't even understand how this shit gets set up. An offer's made. When you accept the offer, like, yo, do you want to fight Devin Haney? Yes. Okay. These are the terms. Do you agree to this? Yes. So when you agree to these terms and all that, then they send you a contract. So you verbally agreed to the fight. You look through the contract, and then you tell these motherfuckers that you're gonna sign the contract. Then, when the moment comes around to finalize the deal, you say no, and you bring up people's religion. You talk about Devin Haney ain't got no motion and all this bullshit. Talking about niggas ain't got no motion. Like, who the fuck? T.O., you saying niggas ain't got no motion, cuz? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? So he made that excuse. So then he goes on social media and calls Turkey Al-Sheikh a dictator. But he literally emphasized the dick part of the word. So now this nigga Turkey's disrespected. He feels disrespected. And he even said at one point that he'll never work with T.O. again.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey, I remember T.O. was walking around with this PBC hat, acting like he was about to get signed over there. Guess what? They ain't got no money, nigga. They ain't got no fucking money for you. The only niggas they had money for was Canelo Alvarez and fucking Gervonta Davis. It's the only niggas that they got money left for. You thought you was about to go over there and get a bag and was seriously mistaken. So now you back running, apologizing to Turkey Al-Sheikh, and Turkey Al-Sheikh like, I really don't fuck with this nigga, but I want to make an example out of this nigga. So let me bring him back around. So now what Turkey's going to do now is matching with people that are stylistic nightmares for him. I guarantee you, and that's another thing, T.O. wants to get paid an amount of money that he's not even worth for real. In his head, he's worth this amount of bread, but the numbers show that he's worth this amount of bread. And when you show him what he's actually worth, he takes that as you disrespecting him and, and all this shit. So he doesn't want to deal with you. So the only nigga that's going to overpay you is Turkey Al-Sheikh. But guess what? Turkey Al-Sheikh don't like you, for one. Because just like with everybody else, you burnt every bridge you had. And one of them was with Turkey. But now Turkey's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about Turkey, he a petty motherfucker, bro. He like to kick niggas while they down. So what he going to do is like, all right, you feel what I'm saying? You want to work with me? Then you got to fight the motherfuckers that I want you to fight. He didn't give T.O. this long list of names to choose from. No, you want this bankroll? You got to fight him. T.O. had no other choice. He had to because he wasn't going to get them numbers nowhere else. So I felt like he was in a position where he had no choice but to fight Shakur. If he had a shit ton of options to choose from, the last motherfucker, in my opinion, that he would have picked was Shakur or Dev.
Yeah.
That's for a reason. He understands like that athleticism only look good against motherfuckers who ain't athletic, that don't have what you have. Niggas was going around talking about Shakur ain't athletic. Who the fuck told you that?
Yeah, I don't know. Where is that notion coming
Where
from?
did that come from? Because he's not flashy. Y'all niggas be associating flashy with athleticism. I seen that nigga foot speed in that Edwin De Los Santos fight. You can't have foot speed like that and not be athletic. It's like, what the fuck are these people talking about? So, yeah, man, congratulations to Shakur. That nigga's a 4-division world champion. God damn, that's impressive.
That's crazy, man.
There's not many people who crack that 4-division champion status. That's like Mikey Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya, Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, motherfucking bro. It's a whole bunch of them. I could keep going. I mean, you can include Adrian Broner if you want. You know what I mean? You know, who else?
2-time Ring Magazine champ.
Yeah, and that's impressive too. So, and I think technically Shakur is the lineal champion at 140 pounds now because he literally beat the man.
Yeah.
Because when Josh Taylor became undisputed, he was a lineal champ as well. Josh Taylor didn't lose to anybody until he ran into Teo. And I think Teo was even bragging about being lineal champ.
Yeah, that was one of the things he was, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So now that
Shakur
just mopped the floor with him. Shakur is a 4-division champion. He's literally champion in 2 divisions simultaneously. And now he's literally the lineal champion at 140 pounds with his first fight being in there. So you got to give him applause, bro. That's some gangster shit, man.
Yeah, top 5 pound for pound. Gotta be top 5. Gotta be damn near top 4.
Yeah,
I think
Shakur
should be 4.
We might have to make some adjustments to that pound for pound list. We gonna see.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I really might put him at 4, man.
I don't know about 4. That's a little insane.
Thing is, it's because it's like I think he needs like a unification, son, to boost him up that much. But I ain't gonna lie, he did some legendary shit. If we talking like, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I love Bam, but like, yo, like, you feel me? Teo was like, and that's why I said this is why I'm glad he even got Teo up out of here like how he did. Cause now niggas, the main thing a lot of niggas used to criticize Shakur on was resume. You know what I'm saying? And they thought Shakur ain't never fought nobody talented. I don't know why, but you know
they're gonna find a way to downplay Teo though. Watch them.
Yeah, they are.
When we get off of here in a little bit, I'm gonna go check Twitter, and I bet you I'm gonna find something like, man, we knew that nigga Teo couldn't. We know that nigga. He don't know how to fight boxers. Like we gonna, man, I'm trying to tell you.
We gonna see. Now I was seeing some of the Tank niggas. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, he still ain't being Tank. I was like,
I'm like, bro, y'all niggas, bro, y'all need to take that whole pole out your mouth, bro. Y'all niggas tripping. Like this nigga over there fighting for his freedom, and you still dick riding. Like you need to go visit the nigga.
Niggas don't even know the nigga gonna box again.
Yeah, like you need to go write the nigga a letter.
Like, man.
I mean, and kiss the letter with some lipstick. These niggas be groupies, cuz. I'm trying to tell you. But
it's bad though. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's bad. But I'm gonna keep it buggy. I hope niggas don't downplay. Listen, we talking resumes. Ain't nobody at the lightweight division resume now better than Shakur's. You know what I'm saying? Lightweight to even super lightweight. Like we keeping it a buck.
Yeah,
you know
his resume we're looking real nice right now, though. I'll tell you that. Like you the second nigga to give Teo an L. You know what I mean? Teo been undefeated for like 5 years already.
Now wait, let me ask you this. What do you think is next for Shakur?
It depends on what he's looking for big fights. That's just the type time that he's on. You feel what I'm saying? He just beat Teofimo Lopez. So he's looking for the big opportunity. It seems like he's very motivated by the Conor Benn fight. I don't think Conor Benn fights him, to be honest. I think Conor Benn is really going to wait for the Barrios Ryan winner. That's what I think. I think so. I think he's going to set himself up for that. I think that talk with Shakur is just talk. You feel what I mean? I think he understands that Shakur has a dangerous style for him, and that's not something he really wants to deal with. I think he's more concerned with being a world champion, and Conor been a duck. You know what I'm saying? Because when Jaron Ennis had initially signed with Matchroom, that motherfucker was talking about how Boots isn't a name, that when he walks down the street, people don't know who he is, and when he's walking, he literally said when he was walking down Philly, people was recognizing him. Bro, I could reassure you on everything I love. Don't nobody know your weird ass, bro. Don't nobody know you in Philly, cuz I don't know who gave this nigga this delusion. A lot of these niggas is deluded for real. You looking weird, nigga. Like your skin dark, you got blonde hair and shit. Like you weird, cuz you really have an identity issue. Like you so uncomfortable with being yourself. You do all this outlandish shit to try to stand out. Like you're a fucking clown. But he said some shit about Boots not being a name, and you know what I'm saying? He'd rather fight. He's more worried about names, and he's talking. The niggas he brought up was Manny Pacquiao, Kell Brook, Amir Khan, and Mario Barrios. Nigga, 3 out of the 4 people at that time was retired.
Man.
At the time that he said that, Manny Pacquiao was retired. Kell Brook and Amir Khan both retired after facing each other. And you over here trying to tell us that those are the names that you're looking for, that they're bigger names than Boots? Is nigga, Boots was a unified champion.
My thing is, I'm just sick of this bar. Like, I want Barrios to beat Ryan, but I'm sick of this Barrios, nigga. Yo, you was one of the main reasons that this nigga Boots even had to move up to 54 game, because you ain't want to fight. And niggas be trying to.
None of them niggas wanted to fight for real, bro. Niggas, Brian Norman.
Barrios had the opening on.
Barrios was talking like, "Oh yeah, I'll fight Boots. Yeah, I'll fight."
That was the first thing he said. I think that was the first thing he said when he won the belt.
Yeah, and then when niggas came up to him, then he act like he didn't understand English and shit.
Yo.
I'm at Azteca. No hablo, no hablas. Nigga was talking that bullshit.
Yo, nigga fought Pacquiao, 50-year-old ass. Yo, I hate niggas.
46-year-old Pacquiao coming off like a 4-year layoff, 3-4 year layoff, and a fucking loss. And you had that nigga Pacquiao feeling like he turned the clock back. You suck, nigga. You suck, nigga.
Yeah, he's all man, but I
that
hope
nigga Manny Pacquiao was like Michael Jordan when he was on the fucking Wizards.
Yeah, that was Wizards Jordan right there.
And you had this nigga, when Michael Jordan was happy, he was dropping 15 when he was playing for the Wizards and shit. That's how you got Pacquiao from. Oh shit, I actually gave this young nigga some work. I still
nigga
got
Dan there was about to fight Rolly.
Yeah, that did. Yeah. And Rolly
like, yo, these young niggas ain't shit.
Reel. So they lucky they didn't make that fight. Rolly would have put Pacquiao on the highlight reel, and everybody would have hated Rolly because of that. But
I don't know though. Nah, I'm gonna keep it above. Rolly ain't put Barroso on the highlight reel. I don't even know for real.
That nigga was active. He was older, but he was active. Manny Pacquiao was inactive. And Manny Pacquiao ain't got that shit that made him good, that in and out movement with his legs. His legs is gone. So now he is sitting duck. You gonna stand in front of Rolly and take a left hook when you done got slept by smaller niggas in the past?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I ain't gonna lie. So let me think. All right. So if Shakur goes back to 35, do you think a Murtazaliev fight even elevates his career? You know what I'm saying? Like elevates his career, or it's just like another win.
That's the thing, bro. This is the thing. I think this victory that Teo got tonight is gonna be. That Shakur got tonight is gonna be hard to top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, unless this nigga move up and fight Dev, I really feel like there's no fight that he could take at 35 and 40 that's gonna match the same attention that this fight.
I think maybe Lamont though.
It's not gonna do
Lamont
numbers.
Got kind of that public love right now. You know what I'm saying? Just
right, but I hear what you're saying. You know what I mean? That's still a fight that people will be excited to see. You know what I mean? Somehow, some way, they're gonna attach Tank name to the whole thing. So it probably do numbers. You know what I'm saying? It probably do numbers, but
That's if
I
he
feel like,
even gets to fight with
bro, they
that's if
had
Roach even gets.
20,000 people at MSG, bro.
Yeah, that's legendary. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Niggas can't
saying?
say
So
anything
it
about
kind of had the casual boxing fans' attention. You know what I mean? It had the hardcore boxing fans' attention too. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's gonna be hard to top that in terms of like popularity, and I think that's why Shakur is like. At first, he was saying he was gonna move back down to 35. Now he's talking about the opportunity, right? He'll move up to 47. AKA, if it's some easy work, he'll go to 47.
Yeah, but I'm like, if you fight Ben, at least wait till you get a strap. Cause I ain't gonna lie, 5 division world champ, that's before 30 is crazy.
He could do it.
He could, you know what I'm saying? I think he'd beat Ben, but I just think the fight is just a waste of time.
Yeah, I agree. And you're not getting nothing from beating Ben besides, you know what I'm saying, a couple dollars.
Yeah, a
So if
couple
you
dollars.
just about the money now, then I mean, so be it. But there's a lot more meaningful, uh, legacy defining fights on the table. Conor Ben is a nobody, bro.
Yeah,
For real,
nobody. He
he
ain't
ain't
do
gonna really
shit.
get no credit for beating the nigga. Because you
Mm,
know what? You know what's gonna happen if Shakur beat motherfucking Conor Ben? Oh, the man, you beat a weight drained Conor Ben. You know, he moved down 2 weight classes. He hasn't fought at welterweight in 4 years. Bro, they gonna fry Shakur for that.
yeah.
He ain't getting no credit. He could stop Conor Ben. Them niggas ain't giving him no credit.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bug. I think if I had to keep it a bug, I think Shakur's next move. Enjoy this win though. Enjoy this win. He gonna go on a media tour.
Mm-hmm.
Shakur gonna get that superstar status, whatever. But I think the next fight, in terms of business wise, wait it out and see who wins between if Schofield and Roach line it up. I heard Schofield not trying to fight Roach. I heard he's trying to advocate for Lucas Body to get it. But if Roach get that shot against Schofield and wins that WBA belt, I think a unification belt in like July. I think that should make sense. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like
Business wise.
I
Because I
like
think Roach still got some steam with it. You know what I'm saying?
Now Schofield saying that they rather fight Lucas Body because he backed by Jake Paul and they with Netflix. And it's like, bro, that sound good to a nigga that don't know what the fuck going on. So
Yeah.
Schofield trying to make it seem like because Lucas Body's with Jake Paul that all of a sudden, you know what I mean, they'll cash him out for the Lucas Body fight. Not necessarily. Then on top of that, you're saying that what was the other shit he said? That they were Netflix. Netflix ain't about to just let any fight happen on their platform.
That's a fact.
For real, them niggas ain't putting nobody on the platform unless Jake Paul the main event. So you could go ahead and act like the fucking Lucas Body fight makes more sense and all that shit. Bro, cut it out, bro. The Lucas Body fight is not bigger than the Lamont Roach fight.
It's not. I don't even know why even niggas. That's not even a conversation.
He's trying to because he's trying to convince you. He's trying to convince you that a Lucas Body fight make more sense. So that way, if he go ahead and he fight Body, niggas won't call him a duck. What he's trying
Yeah.
to do is manipulation tactics. That's all that is. But you know what I mean? It is what it
Yeah.
is.
I hope Roach get it. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think because
That'd be a good one. That'd be a
Roach
good
not
one, man.
pussy.
And if Schofield beat Lamont Roach, that little nigga the truth.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I give him the credit. Word. He beat Roach. That's a hell of a win.
So that means you got Tevin Farmer and Roach on your resume. Those two former champions right there. Yeah, bro, go ahead.
Back
Do
to back.
Yeah, that'd be
I ain't gonna lie,
impressive.
I ain't gonna lie. But I just think a nigga like Schofield having a belt is just bad for. It's just like Ryan. I just think certain niggas having a
Oh,
belt.
that nigga is
Mhm.
he's so scary with his son. It's ridiculous, bro. He talk like his son like really the standard, bro. Like this nigga, I swear to God, bro, that nigga had a little bit of swelling on the base of his hand, where your veins and shit be right below your knuckles. He had some swelling there, and they pulled out of the fight with Jojo Diaz. And when they asked why, he was, "Oh, my son punches really hard, man." So the fuck that mean, nigga? What do that mean? Like a lot of niggas punch hard, bro. So you pulled out of the fight with Jojo Diaz because your son punches really hard. He was like, Jojo Diaz, he's spiritual. God saved him. Like this nigga right here,
That
bro.
was a waste of a fight anyway, my nigga. Like
Yeah, ain't
nobody
wants
wanted to
see
see that
shit
shit.
anyway. Y'all
Yeah,
talking
like
about running it back with him like y'all niggas is on a fucking strict protection program.
that's what I just can't like a nigga like him having a belt
He
is
don't believe in
such
his
a
son, bro.
he
Like
don't.
he
He
kind of
don't.
put this front like he do, but he don't. If he did, he wouldn't even consider fighting no JoJo Diaz. Like
I
when
think
you rank number one in fucking sanctions.
Norman Senior, the same type. I think they just two niggas that don't really have faith in their son because you wouldn't be doing all if you really believed in somebody, gang. And I understand sometimes, yeah, money gonna play a role in it. But if you believe, if I know my son gonna fuck your son up, I'm like, man, listen, we gonna figure out a way to line this shit up. You know what I'm saying? We not going outprice ourselves by like you know what I'm saying, by some crazy shit and just act like, yeah, nah, I believe in my son. I'm telling you, I know my son better than you. But listen, we need 45 million to fight you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
Uh,
less. Like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, but I even you know what's crazy too, and I ain't even trying to get on his ass, but Abdullah Mason, I already know they got his protection plan set up. You know what I'm saying? He
you
ain't
can't say that yet, bro. Can't say that yet. The nigga might fight a dog his next fight.
I mean, but let me say this. He's gonna fight somebody ranked in the WBO, right? Because it's gonna be a homecoming fight. They're gonna try to set that nigga up to be a star. He gonna probably watch the nigga, whatever, right? I'm like, yo, do you think Abdullah gets a unification fight in these next 2 years? I dead ass will put a bet and say no. I don't think that nigga unifies in these next 2 years. I think that nigga just gonna feel me. He gonna take some good fights. They gonna just keep building his name up. You know what I'm saying? I'll be impressed if that nigga take De La Santos next. That would really make me like, all right,
That's some gangster shit. He do
that
that.
would be some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that was what Keyshawn was gonna do his first title defense. You know what I'm saying?
But
First
he
title
pitched
defense was
out.
against him. Yeah, he did. He did, but nigga, I'm saying like I know they gonna pick a nigga ranked in the WBO right now. Fuck around and be some
Yes.
bullshit.
So we spoke about fucking Bruce Carrington, great win, knockout win over Carlos Castro. We spoke about what was the Keyshawn stopping
Jamaine,
Ortiz. We spoke about Shakur Stevenson dominating
Josh
Teofimo
Kelly,
Lopez.
Bakhram.
Josh Kelly getting the upset over Bakhram. Was that it?
Wait, Ralph said they're gonna do him and Murtala top rank in-house unification.
That makes sense.
You think they would do that?
I think so. If they believe in Abdullah enough, I'm sure they would. I think Abdullah beat Murtazaliev, but
So you don't think if Shakur would have asked and been like, "Yo, let me get Murtala," they give it to him or no?
fuck no. They ain't gonna let Turkey cash him out.
Yeah.
Shakur not gonna do business with nobody except Turkey, because Turkey gonna be the only nigga to get that nigga an 8-figure payday.
Yeah, you right. I mean, he was making M's with top rank. Dude.
Right, but he not with top rank
Yeah,
no
he
more.
not with. Yeah, right.
He did so what Shakur is smart, because what he did was he signed with Eddie briefly just to establish the connection with Turkey. So he like, and I'm sure this is what his management team was thinking. He like, all right, we got about this top rank deal. We don't need to fuck with them. They tried to destroy your reputation. You know, when Tim Bradley was like, "Oh, I got my coffee. I got my coffee." Like,
yeah, they try to ruin him.
They showed niggas walking out the arena and up. Like, they did everything they could to try to shit on his reputation because they knew he wasn't re-signing with them. They did to try to do the same shit with Bud, right? They'll try to damage your reputation. They can't beat you in the ring. They're gonna try to beat you outside the ring. They're gonna try to ruin your rep. So, you know, other promoters won't look to try to sign you or nothing like that. But they're like, we have to find a way to get to this nigga Turkey. Who got a good relationship with Turkey? Eddie Hearn. Go ahead, get a fight deal with Eddie Hearn real quick. You know what I mean? You establish that, you build that business relationship with Turkey. Turkey don't want to deal with these promoters, so he gonna go ahead. I feel like he used Eddie Hearn as a pawn to get Turkey, and once he established that relationship with Turkey, he cut Eddie Hearn loose.
I'm gonna keep it about though. I like the zone and Matchroom's promotion though. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they blew. I feel like they kind of helped Shakur's
They did.
promote, like for real. I ain't gonna lie though. I thought it was like that too. Like Eddie is the best. I think Eddie is the best promoter in boxing right now though.
He getting shit done, bro. He definitely getting shit done.
But yeah, damn, use them as a pawn. I kind of see that though. I ain't even think of it like,
bro. That's what fighters do to promoters. That's what promoters do to fighters, bro. They all use each other. They all use each other, man.
You think Boots using that nigga?
I think Boots is based off of what I see, I really feel like Boots is a loyal dude, bro. Like I think like when he re-signed with Eddie, that let me know. I'm like, oh yeah, he really fuck with Eddie. I think Boots is the type boy that he just want to focus on boxing. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So like he'll hire motherfuckers to like handle his business or like his promotional shit. So he, you know what I mean? I feel like Boots just wants to focus solely on this one thing. So if he got to pay a couple motherfuckers to handle the other shit, then he just cool with it. That's how I take it. I could be wrong. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like he the type boy that feel like he don't really need Turkey. You feel me? Like yeah. I think that he like, man, I could sell over here, so do I really need Turkey? And then like Turkey don't seem to be too fond of Boots. I was surprised Boots was at that fucking Ring Magazine.
I felt like they was trying they fix their little relationship.
That's possible. That's definitely possible. But they was trying to get Turkey to I think they was trying to get Turkey to motherfucking invest into that Boots Virgil fight, and he said no.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, this is my thing with Turkey. I'm gonna keep it a book, and I'm not even trying to glaze Boots. But when you look at Boots, nigga, that nigga does have the intangibles to be the fucking, you know what I'm saying, the face, like for real.
He really
I just don't see how you turn that nigga down.
And like, I thought initially that they had an issue, and that's, you know, Boots and Turkey had an issue because Boots had said no to him in the past. Because, you know, Turkey don't like that. But when I started to really break it down to see what was going on, I'm like, oh, this nigga De La Hoya just keep talking shit about Turkey every chance he get. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just talking shit about Ring Magazine. It's like, nigga, you sold the Ring Magazine to him. And now you mad that Oscar De La Hoya owned the Ring Magazine and he sold it to Turkey.
Oh,
for like 10 M's, I heard. So he bought that shit up off of De La Hoya, and now he mad that they moving the way they moving. That's like, nigga, you should have just kept it. The fuck, like. But yeah. So I think that that Turkey's not trying to invest in a Virgil and Boots fight because he don't really want to deal with Oscar. That's how I take it.
Yeah.
So
that's actually, I ain't gonna lie, you might, I'm jacking that. That's crazy.
But all right, man. I'm gonna wrap this up. Ray,
yes, sir.
I appreciate you coming through and taking your time, man. You know, it's 3 in the morning over here. So
yes, sir. You know,
appreciate it very much, man. We got some good boxing talk in today. Like I said, we won't be on live for the next week or so. You know what I mean? This is a temporary issue. So this is how we're gonna be running our motherfucking channel from now on. So, you know, shout out to the nation, shout out to the mob. Leave y'all comments below. You feel what I mean? Agent 86 said free mic. Absolutely. Appreciate you guys very much. I'll be back with a vengeance, though. Best believe that, man. Until then, hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.